music. In the upper right, in the red.
Acer MMA.
In the bottom right, in the purple, he is
Yo Flash Whoops Party.
Awkward seal phase.
You know what he looked like for a second?
What?
It reminded me of like when Kermit the Frog makes a grimace.
Yeah. Remind me of that seal meme.
I don't know. I've never just cracked up at a shot of a player like that. Oh, man.
All right. Well, Dead Wing, a big map, but they are straight up and down from each other, which can make for a quicker and more furious game.
More furious indeed, Artosis.
Yes.
Welcome to the studio. Thanks for coming down.
That's right. A lot of people down here at the studio today.
That's right.
To enjoy this awesome round of 4 match. I never, ever would have predicted this to be a round of 4 match ever again since like 2011
This
or
is
12.
esports fan fiction right here.
It really is. Someone like back in, like in 2013 or 2014, if someone put a gun in my head, will MMA and partying ever be in the round of 4 at GSL Kodas ever again against each other? Will that ever happen? I'd be like, no. I'd be like, I know the future or I'm crazy. And then like, no more Artosis, man. And then here we are. Yeah. But truly, I mean, if that happened, probably they'd read about that and like that would affect their mindset and it would never happen anyways. The whole history would just be changed and then it was like just sad. Anyways, it is a Reaper opening here from MMA, and I think that this is the type of build he should really be relying on in the series.
I agree 100%, especially against a player like Parting.
Yeah.
Parting is very unpredictable. Parting is one of my favorite Protosses, and I think it's just because of the variety of builds.
Yeah.
He's got. I always respect a Protoss that's got a ton of builds.
Yeah,
reminds me of young Tasteless back in the day, man. I loved to have just a ton of different strats I could do. You were one of those players, too. You had a ton of different strats.
I did. No longer the case with a baby nowadays.
No, not as much.
Full-time work.
You were like
I now use about one strategy in every matchup.
You were like the opposite of Hydra, man. Hydra was like, there is one way to play the game, and I would do it right.
His way was a good way.
It was a good way. He was better than us.
Yes, no
he
doubt.
was a better player than us, but
no doubt there.
We had some cool tricks we could pull out.
Oh, yes. Well, following up with the Reaper Expand with the fact that it's generally what you see. Doesn't look like Parting really has any way to scout that. So we'll see what his follow-up build is.
What's going on? Parting's up to something.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to proxy something.
Or hide something, Artosis.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. That's definitely not proxy. It's further away than
that's like the anti-proxy, Artosis.
Reverse proxy.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of proximity?
Well, I mean, see, the thing is, proximity doesn't actually mean proximity; just means the distance from something, essentially. So, right? Or the space between something.
Yeah,
but the thing is, proximity
you would never use for something far away.
Exactly. Well, no, but proxy in RTS lingo means you build something next to his base, but proximity. That doesn't mean
it describes distance, but like you'd never use it in the context of saying something's very far.
That's because the proxy is sort of like a slang that's taken on its own meaning, so the words actually change. So there's no
that's what I'm saying. But there could be a word kind of like that where like we say it and it doesn't matter what it means, but we use it for when things are really far away.
Oh, I don't know what that would be because there's no like opposite word of proxy, but I mean I guess we just say.
Well, that would be an opposite.
Huh?
That would be an opposite word. But I'm not looking for hiding tech. I'm not looking for a StarCraft term. I'm looking for a new word.
A new word?
For what this is.
People should tweet at us, let us know. Maybe we can make up a word on the show. We can change history, Artosis. It's going to be in a dictionary long after we're dead. Yeah. All right. Proxy cannon. Or not proxy cannon. Nexus cannon. And then I yawn. Nexus cannon activated here. Oh, man. He's got to be careful. 1 probe down, 2 probes down. Nicely done.
Wow, that Reaper. That was a revenging Reaper right there.
Yeah.
All right, so, I mean, only 2 probes done. You're totally fine killing off two Hellions and a Reaper for that. And it looks like we're just going to have a 4 gateway blink here.
I guess he's just going to stick with what works. And okay, now he just used that to make what is, in fact, a proxy pylon. Okay, so he is going to be aggressive here. Party does not know what a third base is, man.
Who needs him?
Who needs a third base when you can just win quicker?
It's a very good counter, though, because he knows exactly what his opponent has done. To have 2 aliens at a time, you know he followed up with the factory, which means his barracks are much later, which means that 4-gate blink, very likely you can do some damage. It's like not guaranteed that you're going to go kill him, but killing him is a possibility. If MMA miss micros, if Parting gets in the right area, he could do critical damage. So I feel like Parting has really good plans for every situation right now, except for, well, he didn't have good plans against the mech, but it was a good plan for the map anyways.
No, it was well thought out. I think Parting doesn't quite adapt as well as some other players in a series, but he definitely knows how to prepare for a long match.
He's got a lot of branches worked out, that's for sure.
He does. Now Stim's going to finish. Stim is way better. It's way better to have Stim than not have Stim when the Stalkers come.
Hey, how'd that
like, in
Marine
fact,
die?
there are just no benefits to not having Stim with Marines. So the Stalkers are gathering up now. He did gun down, and we actually have SCVs being pulled right now. He does not want to make the same mistake twice.
Yeah. This is hard, though, because he can, like, take down the rocks if he needs.
Oh,
man.
my God. That was pretty sick, actually.
Yeah, he's just going to pick off a bunch of SCVs here. But actually, that Widowmine gets a Stalker. Very nice Widowmine there. He already killed one. That was where the body was, right there.
Yeah.
I just circled it for you.
I went like this one. Oh, and then I saw the bar, and I'm like, oh, never mind.
All right, here we go again. Parting, pushing forward.
Okay, this is not going to work like the last time.
Certainly not. He is making a third now, along with Colossus Tech. Now, this is going pretty well for MMA. MMA really hasn't taken that much damage. Let's see what his decision is here. Does he start a third command? Does he make 2 more barracks? Those are his real choices.
Well, if this, I mean, okay, he beat me to it. I was going to say, if he gets up here, that will be huge because that's going to stop the concussive shells, from actually finishing, which is a bit annoying because that's really what allows you to shred up a Protoss army. When the Protoss is starting to lose, they can't run away because concussive shells are slowing everything down. A drop, though, coming over here on the right side of the map.
Has potential.
It certainly does. We'll have to see what it's actually in the main. We have mostly been focusing on Parting's base and the Stalkers running around, but
they're heading home right now, and he's going to have a Colossus relatively soon here. Has a few Zealots. He does have that Mothership Core, which should have easily enough for an X cannon, maybe even getting on 2 now. So shouldn't take too much damage, but might be able to do something like, I guess it's just Marines. Could he get the Robo? Is that possible? Oh, there's an SCV too. Build a bunker!
What is this SCV doing? He's like, well, I guess we're being dropped here too. Oh, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, seriously. It's like, did anyone call for a Colossus? And Marine's like, oh!
Yeah, that was like War of the Worlds back there, wasn't it?
I heard you had a Marine problem. And he pops right out and shreds him. It's like warping in a Colossus, man. Imagine if you could do that.
Yeah, wow. Well, that's basically what happened back there.
Imagine if you could warp in Colossus.
I don't know why it tickles me so much as we do these voices. Trying to make it more epic.
Because they're funny.
It's like when the Stalker's going to kill the one SCV, and I'm like, leave it to me. All right, the next Colossus is going to pop out. We did see a drop coming around here. He's actually unloading over here.
All right, we'll see what he can get done. It's like, I like where Parting put some of his buildings. He has a bunch of gates kind of protecting the Nexus, so even with that drop there, it'll take extra time for the units to actually get into position to do anything. There's that SCV again.
And I don't believe there's actually much to defend up here.
No.
Parting's in pursuit right now, but this is enough Marines and Marauders. He can do a ton of damage. He can even get that pylon over there on the left and stop those gateways from allowing anything else to warp in.
He's going after the Nexus. Oh, no, he went. Okay, well, that was like,
he
started on probes, went to the Nexus, and then went to the pylon.
Yeah.
It was like a little bit indecisive, but...
It's like you damaged everything and didn't do anywhere near as much as you could have done.
Yeah. Could have been a little bit better by MMA, but like still some good decisions. Like he could not have gotten the Nexus and whatnot. There he goes again. That's a sweet spot right there.
That is where you want to hide him, isn't it? He's going to try to stim and probably come up here again. This is allowed, by the way, MMA to regain center control here and have that watchtower, which really is going to put Parting in a situation where he's going to have to be on the defensive.
Parting right now. You should be able to hold on to this with 3 Colossus, 4 sentries. Shouldn't be an issue. All right. I mean, picking off a decent amount. Has plenty of units here to make sure that's not going to be critical damage as well. In fact, might be able to catch some medevacs here, which would be big. Sends one Colossus up, actually, to help out with that. I like it.
And that's going to clean that up pretty easily. Let's see how this next drop fares.
That's a nice observer.
Well, definitely a good move there by MMA to turn around. So MMA was able to at least get in the position where he had the map control, and Party had to defend, but Party responded perfectly by just stopping everything.
This is one of the maps where you definitely can, with a few observers and some brains, like kind of head off all the drops. And Parting's doing a good job of that. And look at this, now up to 4 Colossus. He's getting that charge, adding gates, more and more stalkers. MMA is not really able to find any true damage, just like little pickoffs here and there only.
He's going to try to come down here again, but already an observer in place to shoot down. Oh, no, excuse me, not for those two then. You only saw the one on the bottom. But nice job there by Party, really shaving up a lot of that army. But here's the real attack in the main. MMA coming down herself, frantically being warped in. Party, though, pretty good here. Focus firing these medevacs is the key to making sure that this doesn't do more damage and pay for itself.
That's right. This is going very well for Parting at the moment. Even though MMA gets pick off a little bit, and this was a smart move, Parting has too much there. But MMA coming in with yet another attack. For Colossus, though, he's not going to be able to do anything. Really well done by Parting. I'm loving, by the way, Tastes in these games, if I can slow down and be a nerd for a minute.
You could be a nerd anytime you want with Miratosis.
Like, I'm loving his sentry counts. He's really controlling these games when your opponent is not going to go for Vikings. Like these big Marauder balls that Maru is making very popular, a good amount of force fields, like, just destroy the army. What do you do?
Yeah.
So go now, like 5 of your units are attacking me. What's up? Dead. Okay. Next.
I believe this counterattack, by the way, is going to win this game. Look, it's MMA was so into his harassment, it didn't pay for itself. It's actually 138 supply to 172.
Well, right now it looks like you are maybe going to be right here. We do have a bunch of Marauders coming around 4 flank, a couple of Vikings coming in, but still 3 Colossus left alive this long into the battle. GG, and Parting takes the lead 2-1.
GG, nicely done. Parting is in the lead, but these guys look very evenly matched. MMA was playing really well. The idea of what he's doing and the application of getting map control, that worked. But the problem is Parting was so on top of his defense. He shut down like every drop, killed off every Marine Marauder that was on the edge of an army when he was trying to push it. That in the end, I think MMA almost overdid it. He probably should have slowed down there because eventually Parting looked at his supply and saying, well, I mean, I'm fine, actually. I think I can just go ahead and push across the map.
It can be hard to tell if Parting's going to be absolutely everywhere, but like especially when he caught the 3 medevacs going into his main and took little damage and killed all those units and 3 medevacs, like by that point, it's like, okay, this was overdone. How hard is it, though, for MMA to really figure that out and stop it ahead of there? He's got to try to get damage in, but at some point you do have to realize that this Protoss is not taking damage on 3 bases.
Well, I don't know if we're going to see MMA try that style again. He might want to go with some more Vikings that time around. Parting Parting became world champion by being untouchable with his force fields back when he won the world championship. So I don't know if this is the right approach. You could see just big Marine Marauder balls. Parting's not.
Well, that's how Maru plays, and Parting has a better record against Maru in PvT than anyone in the world. So.
Well, we're going to take a short little break. When we come back, we're going to go to game number 4 here.